Hey everybody, I'm coming to you from my kitchen, Kaye here on my Tennessee homestead, and today I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how I'm wrapping up the season, what's going on in my kitchen, and I've only harvested this one little Chinese tropical pumpkin, but we're going to go out and harvest some winter squash, and I'm going to tell you how and when to harvest them and how to cure them. And then also I just wanted to show you I harvested couple of my potatoes in pots. Didn't get a whole lot here, but at least I got a couple of servings of potatoes. Here I have saved the fuchsia colored cosmos seeds. I'm going to be letting these seed heads dry. And then on this plate I have the darker color. This was open last night, but as you can see, it's a series of tubes, and inside the tube is darker than the outside of the tube. I thought it was 2 layers, but it's actually a series of tubes. These are the darker ones. I love these. I'm saving these. And I was able to save a handful of lavender, which I'm letting dry. There was 1 tricolor pepper. These are German chamomile flowers that I will use in tea. And I mixed up my 4 o'clock seeds. These are 4 o'clocks. And they're sort of like miniature peach pits. They're rough and oblong. And then I've also mixed in my canna seeds in here as well. These are the red seeds. And I absent-mindedly mixed them together last night. These are the Cape gooseberry. I'm going to continue to let them dry. And I've got some tomatoes that I harvested yesterday. Not too much left. And these I harvested the day before. These have been sitting here for a while, and I'm going to be saving seeds from this. This is actually a great tomato, and I don't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna definitely grow this again because I just cut one the other day to go with eggs, and it was absolutely delicious. These are melon seeds from the Vert Grimpant. I've washed and dried those. I need to put those away. These are hyssop. This is 1 hyssop flower, and I'm letting that dry, and then I will collect the seeds that Daryl gave to me. So far, all of the cowpeas that I have collected from this year, and I hope to have more, but we'll see. Over here I have Yoder's German Yellow. They're drying. All of these tomato seeds I fermented. You don't have to, but I like to. And these are what Daryl called Outhouse Tomatoes. They're just a tiny cherry tomato that he traded some seeds for, and the person called them Outhouse Tomatoes because they were growing beside the outhouse. And here I have some okra that I have dried in the dehydrator, and I'm going to be doing more. And I tried drying tomatoes last night, slabs of tomatoes, and they didn't get dry. I went to bed, they didn't get dry, and then this morning they were like very brown, and I think I'm going to start over. Look at these cute little things. Daryl gave me these gourds. These are miniature gourds, and they will turn completely brown after they dry, and they're so cute. I bought a box of these apples. I'm going to have to get the name for you, but this was from the farm stand from the Amish Produce and Products, and this is the one they recommended for either drying or canning. And because I didn't have the device before, I bought a peeler, slicer, corer. It's all in one step, and I thought maybe that could make it a lot faster, and I'm going to be drying some of these apples. We've got a break in the weather, and the last thing I want to happen is, after all this time, for those winter squash to rot. I had some of these. I ordered some more. These are melon cradles. I prefer these, but I also ordered some thin plastic ones that are very thin. But I did set them up right before I went to Montana so that they wouldn't be sitting on wet hay and get a nasty rotten spot on the back. You always want to get your melons and your winter squash up off the ground if you can. And you could use different things, cardboard, a piece of wood, a brick, something, a rock, anything to keep it off that wet ground. But I like to use the melon cradles. And so we're going to see if I need any more of those. But first I'm going to run down to the compost and drop off. I always don't get to everything that I harvest, and I always have stuff to put in the compost. So I'm going to run down there and do that real quick first. I just, you know, you trim things off and then things go bad in the refrigerator, and that's what happens there. But you see I have all of this grass. Justin picked up this grass from after mowing. So I love having this pile here to cover. I need to get that really built up before the end of grass cutting, which will happen in probably December. Probably December I'll have my last one, or November. Okay. I love my little wagon. You know, the Gorilla cart is great too, but it's a lot heavier. And just for small jobs, I like my Timber Ridge wagon. They sent it to me, so that was nice. Oh, I want to show you my wood. This all happened while I was gone. I had this great idea to have some really beautiful woodshed built. That didn't happen. And so I went down and got the firewood racks and got these loads of wood while I was gone. And really it makes more sense because the door is right there, and that's just around the corner, and then the fireplace is literally at that corner of the house. So you want to keep your firewood handy. You don't want to cover it up completely because that's a great nesting place for snakes and mice. And of course, snakes love mice. So if you make it attractive to mice, you're going to get snakes. So these are up off the ground. We may be doing some more wood that is set up differently over here. But in the meantime, I've got to find somebody to split all this wood and get that so it can start drying out for next year. So I've got some news. I am going to the Homesteaders of America conference. I decided last minute, you know, I just wanted to recover from my trip to Montana, make sure I was well, and before I made a final decision. But I talked to Doug today, and you know, Doug and Stacy are looking forward to seeing me, so you'll be hearing more about that in another video before I go. Okay, here we are at my soaking wet side garden. Still got that big puddle there. Haven't done anything about that. I did want to point out, you know, I haven't harvested any beans green. Oh, these are too far gone. But I'll just wait till these dry then. But look at these beautiful beans. And unfortunately, I don't know which ones they are. So I'm just gonna let them dry and see what they look like as compared to what I planted. I don't even remember planting a purple bean, but I must have. But it's just so exciting to see actual food from your efforts. And this really produced, so I can't wait to find out what it was, and I'll be growing that again for sure. I've got a lot of waterlogged eggplant down there that I really need to pick as well today. And believe it or not, the okra are starting to wind down. Hard to believe. The winter squash field, most of the leaves are all just shrunken and gone. This is spaghetti squash. When it turns from like a pale cream ivory white color to this pale yellow, they're done. Ooh, that one's come engaged. And you want to harvest your butternut when it's a nice even tan color. These actually start out kind of green and stripy, and then they turn, oh dear, what's this? Oh, that's an injury. I don't know what happened there. That almost looks like the weed whacker from the mowers. Oh boy. But I thought I should get some of these in now because I don't want them all to be ruined by all this rain. I'm gonna have to do this very quickly because it's starting to rain. I was really hoping to get it done before then, but here we go. I need more hay down here because the green is coming up through the hay. It's either sprouted or they're weeds, or I need to put more hay down. Okay, this has actually gotten, whoops, dirty, but the way you know it's ready is if the rind is hard enough that it doesn't make, the fingernail does not pierce it, and it makes a hard, I mean, it's really hard. This is really dirty, and I don't know why it got so dirty, but I can't wait to get this washed off. And you want to cut the stem, you know, some people say 1 inch, some people say 2 inch, but I think it's a good idea to have 2 inches, cut it 2 inches of stem on it, leave it on there, because you don't want any bacteria to be able to get down that short stem and get into the fruit, especially if you want to keep it for a few months. If you pierce it, if there's any injury on the plant, then you should really eat those first. Okay, I think that's all we're going to get of the winter squash over here. I'm leaving these big ones on here for seeds. I'm going to have so many seeds to share or sell or something. Okra puts out the fruit at the top of the stalk, so if you miss one down below, it just gets bigger and bigger. But the top is where you're going to find the smallest, the top of each stem. It's raining and even the bees are out. Look, this all fell down here. Too much weight, too much water. Okay, I need a little pouch. Just want to point out these large ones. This is one of the small large ones, and it's probably ready. It made a little mark from my fingernail, so I'm going to wait. I just wanted to make the observation once again that when these really big Guatemalan squash, I'm sure that's what they are, started developing, they were completely like pale peach or cream colored. Then they got really peach, and I said something about, I think they're supposed to turn green because the one that was presented to me, that was given to me, that I got the seeds from, was pale green. And someone said on my channel, someone said, oh, come on, silly. You know, they don't go from peach to green. They go from green to peach, just like the butternut, right? The butternut starts out like dark green, kind of stripy, and winds up solid tan. Okay, this one is now almost completely green, pale green. And of course this one had this before, it had the dark green. So I'm interested to see if the whole thing might turn green. And this one, look, the really big one. Wait, did I put something under this? Oh my gosh, I don't think I did. Let's see if this thing is loose. Oh my gosh, it's loose! Big discovery, folks. This thing is loose. Oh, and it's got an injury. Oh, you're kidding! Okay, I gotta put the camera down and pick that up. Okay. Okay, so this is what I was getting at though. See, this, that's gonna have a bruise right there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I suppose if there was something soft I could put in there, but I don't think so. Anyway, it's gonna be a beauty. But you see how the whole back side is still green and this side is peach. And that has happened, you know, since it started. And see, this one is more like the other one with the green, dark green coming up the end. But hey, here's where that one fell off. That's right, it came down through there. I forgot. It wasn't laying on the ground. It fell off, so it harvested itself for us. This little row of okra is still just coming on and just starting to bloom. So I may have some late okra here. I may be sick of okra before it's over. But aren't these gorgeous? Okay. And both of these, this is a smaller one, have the green tip. Like this one. This one is quite a bit bigger than that one, but it's got the green tip. Okay, so, you know, it's kind of sad when a garden just starts looking really yucky, you know, but what are you gonna do? I didn't have that many cowpeas. Very disappointing. All these little things sticking up were cowpeas pods. Maybe they wound up on the ground. I don't know. I see some lima beans there on the ground. Here's that other one from the front side is all peach. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 more of these. So, and look, I still got flowers on the eggplant. So I guess it depends. Oh, here's an okra I missed. I'm eating that. Good. Nothing's touching. Okay, let's go quick. It's thundering. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh man, I can't run over these beans. Look at these beans. I was gonna run right over those. Really need to come and pick some beans. It's just that if you pick them, you gotta eat them or can them. Oh, no, get back. Okay. Could never never... Oh, come on. Wheels? Ah, what's your deal? Go to forward. Oh boy. Oh boy, you're just going every which way you feel like going. All right. There we go. You know, if you think we work hard as gardeners and farmers, think how hard the bees work. They work, I mean, they'll be out there working till after the sun goes down, like until dark. I used to try to find a time to spray, you know, neem oil or something on plants because it's very hard to find a time because bees are always there, you know. If it's 55 degrees or more. Oh, man. All right. Okay, we're back. Can you imagine if I'd gone over there without the wagon? Oh, we should weigh this big one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I've got two options here. Hopefully this works. Might be easier to see on the other one, on the side. Turn it around. It'll be upside down, but oh, it's hard to see that. I wonder how high this thing goes. Let's see. Turn it on. Can you even see that though? Yeah. Yeah, that's easier to see. 1404. Cool. $14.04. Ha! I would have thought it was 20. Oh well. So let's say okay, 4.2, and that's 4, so let's just say 23. Plus 5.2, so that's about 28. 28 plus... That's the same as the last one. Is that possible? I guess so. Let's see, 28 plus 5, like 34. So there's a damage right there. Starting to self-seal. There's some scratches, but hopefully it'll be okay. Oh. Hey everybody. So thanks for spending this time with me and making these great discoveries. You know, I've got to be really careful that I've got, lightning. I've got two big ones still hanging from the, well, more than two, but two really big ones still hanging from the bean trellis. And I want to be there before they fall off and get damaged, because you got to make sure that your squash is not damaged, because it can rot. And you want, the whole point of growing winter squash is so that you have something 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Butternut squash lasts for 2 to 3 months, and larger squash can, you know, like pumpkins, can last for 4 to 5 months, 5 to 6 months maybe. So now what you do is you go inside and you cure them between 80 and 85 degrees, which shouldn't be too hard upstairs. I just turned the air conditioner off. And you want high humidity, 80 to 85% humidity, and it's 84% in my house right now. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I'll cure them for a couple of weeks, and then we move them to a cooler spot, like 50 to 55 degrees or 40 to 55 degrees, something like that. And you know, make sure that they're sort of separated, not touching anything, and they should last for months. So I hope that's helpful, and thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be sure and hit that bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything right here on my Tennessee homestead. Hey everybody, I got in just in time. It is thundering and lightning and pouring outside. But I wanted to say that when you store your squash after curing, don't store it with any fruit because that gives off a gas that will spoil your squash. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please watch these. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.